was like,
The Holy Spirit took over.
and no one cares about sprints.
I care about the sprint. McLaren
It's the world championship
hotline. I have some thoughts about that.
He's Max freaking Verstappen. He should always be on your radar.
We get to the juicy bits.
Love the juicy bits.
I'm not a scientist.
Overtake King.
Yeah.
That restart, by the way, from Oscar Piastri.
Cheeky.
Diabolical. There's been lots of drivers. It's hard to keep them all straight. And we're live. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is why we're yelling. Welcome back to another F1 team preview.
Woo.
Today we are talking about the 2026 Audi F1 team.
Yeah. They're new, but not.
Yeah, brand new name. That's going to get mouthfeel needs to get around.
New name, new me.
Yeah. So Audi, formerly Kick Sauber.
Yeah.
Formerly Steak Kick F1 team Sauber. Formerly
I don't know.
all the other teams, all the other names. It's gone through a lot of names.
Yeah, whoever they were.
Yeah. So this is Audi's debut as a constructor and power unit manufacturer in Formula One.
Oh, yeah.
Our drivers are the same as they were for Sauber last year. So we've got Nico Hulkenberg returning.
Nico.
And Gabriele Bortoleto.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I am too. You know, I feel like Sauber last year, now Audi, our two drivers had a pretty like decent showing in terms of, I remember some like solid moments. I remember Nico got that podium, that elusive first podium.
That somebody predicted in the room.
I think we both predicted it.
That's fine. We both did.
We did. We both predicted
Rewind
it.
the tape. I put it back.
Play it back. Roll the clip. And you know, I feel like Gabby had a couple of moments where I was like, okay, I can, because Gabrielle had the reputation of like similar to Oscar Piastri.
He's a prodigy.
Yeah, prodigy, where he would enter a Formula Series and then win the championship that year, and then move up to the next level and then win it that year, and then like that kind of consistently. And so it was like, okay, where's the prodigy? When's the prodigy gonna get to prodigy?
Exactly, that was the question.
That was the question.
And then he did. He had a few moments that showed us that. So
I'm excited to see what we can do in pushing these drivers further. Like I want to see more.
I do too. And I was really happy that Hulkenberg stayed. I love Nico.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that.
I'm happy he's getting his moment and like people are seeing him for like the solid sort of driver he is.
Well, the newer generation. I think we have two generations of Formula One people. We have people who've been following forever, so they already knew that. And then we had the Drive to Survive generation that's like, what are we doing? And then you found out. Well,
so for Nico, and I think we've talked about this in one of our episodes last season, one of our race reviews, but my introduction and the world's sort of introduction to Nico through Drive to Survive was Will Buxton talking about him being sort of like the champion that never was, the winner that never was, because he had all this potential and all this buzz coming into Formula One. And he just had a series of like missteps and timing issues when it came to choosing which teams to go to at different times. And he just kind of kept missing the boat to being in the right place at the right time. And he has so much potential. And that's how he was introduced to me in the first Formula One season for Drive to Survive would have been the 2018 season. And so from 2018 to 2025, for him to still go that much longer without getting a podium was crazy. And I know he was out of the sport for a minute in terms of having like a permanent seat.
Yeah.
Because he was a reserve for a little bit. But and then he made his little, he came back. I'm excited to see what more we can get from him.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. So I think Audi's big question really is how quickly can they turn ground zero into Q2 appearances, getting in the points? And can they, with a new power unit, is it going to be reliable?
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens. So what went right for Audi Kick Sauber last season? We've already kind of covered. They took a clear step from 2024 and they built some momentum in 2025 where they had we had a podium.
Yeah.
We had some points. And honestly, there were times they were both in the points and they were performing really well kind of towards the mid, maybe like last part of the season.
So like we mentioned, Hulkenberg finally got his first Formula One podium in Silverstone. And then Bortoleto scored points on 5 occasions with a best finish of P6 in Hungary.
Nice.
So, I mean, like I wouldn't say they were solid throughout the season, but they had some high points.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to see them build on.
For sure. Now, what went wrong last season? Well, they still ended in P9. So that didn't necessarily go right. But it also showed how tight the midfield was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a tough, pointless run early on, which meant they had a lot to do late in the season, which they did. But I mean, still P9. So,
yeah,
So, defining their story in a sentence last season, I guess. It felt like a momentous season. Like we've already talked about, Gabby got points, Hulkenberg got a podium. Now the question is, what are we doing with Audi?
Mm-hmm.
What is Audi going to do?
Yeah, so with this name change and a gearbox manufacturer change and a power unit change, there's a whole lot of change happening for Audi going into this season. And but that's kind of the biggest changes, I guess.
Yeah, because Jonathan Wheatley already took over last season, so it's not new.
Mattia Binotto leads the Audi F1 project with like long-term ambitions for fighting for championships within the next 4 years.
Yeah, so they know it's a project.
Yeah, which Mattia Binotto was the former principal for Ferrari. He was the principal before Fred, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I was trying to think if there was one in between.
I think it was because I remember him, so I think it was him.
Which, if you have seen Drive to Survive, he's got the curly hair.
Yeah, you immediately, you'll see him. Like as soon as you see him, you recognize
he's very
who he is.
Italian and very curly hair with the glasses.
Yeah.
He's got a very distinct look. I love it.
Oh, yeah. I remember the first time I saw him in the Kick Sauber garage, I went, I know you.
Yeah.
I know you. So what has testing looked like for Audi so far? So the overall impression has been, it's not really been headline grabbing, but it's gradually improving as the new works package is bedded in. So the more they run, the better it gets. I mean, everything is brand new. Where they seem to be, just off the rear end of the midfield so far. But again, we don't really know.
They're the rear end.
Yeah. One testing roundup pegged them a second and 1 second, almost 2 seconds behind everybody else. So 1.7 seconds off the pace of the final time sheet.
I don't like that we're talking about rear end
peg.
And being
rear end and peg. Yeah, not a fan. So
ignore me.
Should we do that again?
Yeah. I'm like,
actually, this is us. This is how it is. I'm not.
Keep it in. Don't cut it.
It is what it is. This is going to be your snapshot into our regular episodes. So, but to say they were about 1.7 seconds off of the timesheet, so it's not looking too promising. But again, we don't know, man.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's so early on. I mean, it's just hard to, like, testing can give a little bit of insight into where we're at, but for the most part, most of these teams are going to be sandbagging and holding their cards close to their, what do they call hold the
cards
close to the vest?
Chest.
Is it chest or vest?
I think it's
close to the chest, close to the vest. I don't know.
I think it's chest.
Let us know in the comments. What's the idiom? Keeping their cards close to their
driving suit. So,
so looking at what the team has said publicly during this testing time, these trying times. Yeah. Jonathan Wheatley said that the progress that they made last season created some momentum, and the target is just to keep building onto that into 2026 with realistic goals.
Y'all, he know where he fixing to be in the pack. He just saying, listen.
Keep your expectations low.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Mattia Binotto has stated that the project is aiming to be a championship contender by 2023. So this season is not about miracles. It is about progress, setting foundation, setting the trajectory for the next 4 years. So
every midfield team is like, guys, we don't know.
Pump the brakes.
It. We're not saying anything, okay? Like,
calm down.
No midfield team has been like, I'm that bitch.
Nope.
Not yet.
No one has come out and said with confidence that they're the one to beat. No team, literally no team.
Early signs point to a workable starting platform rather than like an instant leap. I mean, it's kind of the same story, different team.
Yeah.
They're going to be happy if they get in Q2, to be honest. So, I mean, that's just it is what it is. The key thing to watch out for when it comes to Audi is how their power unit's going to perform, their gearbox, how it's going to perform. And I think that's going to be really the what we're going to be excited to see in Australia.
And then, like we mentioned, driver growth. So I'm looking for another podium from Nico.
Yes.
Would love that. Look for if we got rainy conditions, that might be his time to shine. So we're gonna don't forget that we do race reviews for every single race during the season. So, and we also do a race preview, and so we'll keep you in the loop about what conditions are going to be like if we can.
Yeah, if we know. Yeah.
But keep an eye out for tricky conditions. Hulkenberg might be in the mix. I'm excited to see what Bortoleto can do in year 2. See if he can show some of what the whole prodigy talk is about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was pretty there was nothing really spectacular. It was just pretty baseline, kind of what you would expect from sort of a brand new team to be doing.
Brand new.
Rebranded team.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest question is, how's the power unit going to perform? So gearbox, all that. That's my question to Audi. That's what I'll be looking out for. So let us know. Let us know your Audi predictions. Do you think we're going to get a Hulkenberg podium? Where do you think Gabby's going to be finishing? And how do you think Audi is going to, their power unit is going to perform?
Do we think that Audi is going to do better under Binotto than Ferrari did under Binotto? Tell us in the comments.
Trick question.
No comment. So yeah, we are doing team previews for all of the Formula One teams this season. So don't stop here.
Yeah.
Go watch the next one.
Yeah.
There's a box somewhere on screen, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Click that. Go watch it.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Bye.